Yes. Today I'd like to go over traffic in my town. Now, we're on a street in Leominster, Mass. And I would like to say I was further back. I had to erase some videos from my phone, but since 1984 have never seen this until now. Now, Massachusetts likes to be the funny guy or guys and keep building in these small towns. And I don't care. People say Leominster and Fitchburg, oh, they're big cities. Hell, even Fitchburg is claimed to be the third largest or whatever city in Worcester County. Well, let me tell you something. They ain't that big. I've driven these towns, mind you, since I started, walking out the door at my old house and wandering through the towns in 1984. I used to could drive through both towns within 20 minutes. And I mean, that's going down all the major roads and routes. When I first got my license, I was all over the place. I was exploring out of town. I'd go here, there. I still do it to this day because I'm always exploring. But to see this and to sit here now, oh my God, this is ridiculous. And to see Lunenburg, and Lunenburg is one of them hot spots for building condos. Fitchburg built a whole mess of condos. I honestly think Leominster might be building some stuff here and there, but they do not constantly build like the other two surrounding towns. Even, well, Shirley, I can't say Shirley, because Shirley has Fort Devens, but they're not even really building full communities in there. Fort Devens now is more of a business area. But Air, of course, they're way too small to even think of starting building. And even if they did, I don't think they would. But I am just sick of this. This is ridiculous. This is just sick. These two major, well, no, I can't say Leominster. I can't say Leominster. They did build out of an old factory. They are building out of the old Leominster High School on West Street. But I mean, that's it. They're not going full blast on ridiculous, numbers of condos and, oh my God, and I guarantee this is where the traffic's coming from, surrounding towns. I think even Gardner might have, more buildings up there coming up. But man, to see this traffic rise throughout the years, and when I started seeing heavy traffic, it was like in the early mid-2000s. And I mean, it's just gotten worse considering this. As you can see, I've been sitting here, I've been here about 5-10 minutes now. And this is the worst intersection in Leominster. I mean, come on. I like to know, of course our forefathers back in the day didn't expect this much traffic, and that's why they built the intersections, but they're not doing nothing to even think about, untying up traffic. I mean, the Jiffy Lube that sits up in the corner up here, I'll be passing soon. I think they should rip that down and widen that road so people taking a right turn can take a right turn and stop congestion in the friggin' that area. That's what I think they should do. I mean, that Jiffy Lube, man, is in a bad spot. You know, you always see them guys standing out, you know, with the sign, no wait. But, and this light up here, I can tell you, is the most dumbest friggin' light I have ever seen. And this is Route 13. And that light up there, yeah, it does let this Route 13 traffic cross, you know, the longest. But when you're sitting in rows like this, and up on the other end going, you know, on Hamilton Street and Nashua Street way, for anybody that knows, right? You're sitting there for a long time waiting for these nuts going through the light. They don't even set the lights properly here. And that's why these two roads here, this road and Hamilton Street road, is congested bad. And you're sitting here. But people don't even take alternate routes, don't look for shortcuts. And I'm gonna, man, I gotta think that I've been meaning to do a video on by the upper Kmart road where Kmart used to be on West Street and Merriam Ave, in the show what that traffic looks like. Oh my God. Merriam Ave, I don't know why. Because sometimes Route 12 is a little better. Sometimes because it moves quicker, but there ain't even no traffic on people don't even go on Airport Road, for Christ's sakes. Airport Road is more or less congested. And still, I go through that multiple times. And it still is the least congested area. But all this. Now watch this light. You're gonna watch these guys over here. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And right now, that's the end of that light. You see the car stopping. Now you got the other guys. That's how fast them lights work. No, the other guys already went. Yeah, that side over here goes first. But, you know, and you see how fast these lights just, you know, zip by. No one can get through. Sit here on end 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. It's just ridiculous. And they keep bringing in more in building for living. It's ridiculous. These two towns people think are so big, and they're not. I don't even think if you put Leominster and Fitchburg together are friggin' even equal to Worcester. I think. But they claim third largest city is Fitchburg. Yeah, third largest city in population, maybe. And that's ridiculous because, yeah, Fitchburg is known for all their, you know, 3-4 apartments, you know, in one building, and people just pack on in. That's what happens around here, too. So, I don't know what these towns are thinking. But I know one year they were, you know, I'm not racist, but to let the refugees come here, in a newspaper article that I did covered, you know, times have got to stop. There's no room. You know, Massachusetts ain't even a big state at that, but yet we still house them. And it's, you know, they need to go somewhere larger. But of course, the benefits ain't good everywhere else. Massachusetts is the best. Sorry. Yeah, I said that. There's a thing written that I heard once. I mean, I didn't get to catch it when I went there. But I went there in like the friggin' late 90s. This person went, you know, early 2000s, but there's literally the sign on Logan Airport saying if you want good welfare or something in them terms, go to Fitchburg. People don't realize that this town is just not big enough. Nobody realizes it. But yet everybody wants everybody to come in. You know, come on. When's this gonna stop? And that's why I think, and I've been saying it, the more these developers and people want to give out land, and I've seen land for sale now near where, you know, controversy. Yeah, I always get that one up. Controversy. Yeah, don't use that word all the time. That's why I mess it up. On a controversial land. Let's leave it at that. I get my haters very illiterate. Know how to say things. It's alright. Conservation. No, conservation. There it is. Conservation land. I knew it'd come up. I've even seen little pieces of property being sold around that by the edge of the road. And if anybody don't know, conservation land is Native American stuff. Land. Mind you. Oh yes. Been starting to find that out a lot. That's why I say the skinwalkers are arising. They were put here on this earth for sacred land. Leave it alone. And now it's being disturbed. But other than that, man, I don't know. This town, these towns, and they keep it going with all this. It's like, wow. Build. And we're stuck in traffic. It's already 7:50. I got over in that area at 7:35. That tells you anything. So, I mean, to run through this town back in the day and only have to go through 20 minutes. And now this. Holy shit. And mind you, I went and brought my kids to school. Dropped my second kid off at 7:20. Or no, 7:15. And I left the house at like 6:50. So I already been out here an hour. 1 hour, mind you. Exactly 1 hour. I left the house at 6:50 and it's now 7:51. So I've been out in this damn friggin' on the road just to get my kids to school and go back home. And I got 10 minutes to get my other kid up, get him to school. An hour in these small towns. That's a joke. Seriously. I don't know. I just think that's friggin' crazy, man. Just effing crazy. Building these tiny little towns. And the traffic's just getting nasty. Till that next video. Be safe. Take care. Out.